serving up a warm dish of the Triad's culinary fare, here's your weekly helping of food, news, and views. This is The Man Who Ate the Town.
Hey folks, and welcome to episode 123 of The Man Who Ate the Town podcast. This is for the week of August 26th through September the 1st, 2019. My name is Tim Beeman.
My name is Ray Morgan.
And I'm Caitlin Weaver.
And we're opening the recipe box.
Yay!
Do we don't have anything, no sound effects today?
I don't have
There
the
you go,
recipe
I did.
box in front of me. You've got it there.
There we go.
Where's the sound bar?
Oh, we don't use that for this one.
Oh.
She's used to the less desirables where we hit buttons for all the sound effects and stuff.
We should have a recipe box opening sound effect. We do talk about it every week.
We'll just use
saying.
this. We'll just keep doing that.
Yeah, okay.
We're recording this episode of The Man Who Went to Town at the Lab Industry Hill. It's a repurposed building on North Chestnut Street in the old warehouse district of downtown Winston-Salem, with restaurants, chocolatiers, breweries, entertainment complexes, high-end stereo shops, a bouldering facility, and of course, us here at the Lab Industry Hill. We're doing a lot of moving and shaking in this neighborhood. I just came by the door. Bingo Bango Sodas has a sign on the door now, so that's
Awesome.
even closer.
I got to meet their owner last week at the TBD Network. He was a really cool guy.
Awesome. So find out more about visiting industryhill.com or, of course, visiting their Facebook or Instagram pages. So for those wondering why we have another co-host, she is part of the Less Desirables Network family. She was my co-host on the Less Desirables, 3 years?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, just about 3
Cool.
years. And she had to leave us to go, satisfy some obligations and stuff,
Living life somewhere else.
Yeah.
That
and-
whole needing a job thing.
Yeah. Having to
Let me
have a
think
job
about
sucks. So Caitlin, welcome back down to North Carolina. Even though it's going to be a short visit, you are actually defending your dissertation, right?
I am.
And if you defend it and they were like, well, hell, she defended it, then you have your PhD.
Essentially, I would have to do something at this point critically unforgivable in order to not pass.
So do we need to call you Dr. Caitlin after that?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I guess you probably get about a 2-week reprieve because you have to satisfy different requirements towards the end and everything needs to be turned in, and then they are able to say you have satisfied all of the requirements, and then at that point,
Okay.
yeah,
And you're officially Dr. King.
yeah.
All right.
What's your dissertation or your doctorate in?
Biomedical engineering.
Wow. So the easy stuff's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were making hips and stuff?
No, so I was looking at pelvic fracture and essentially pelvic fracture in car accidents and what you could do to help reduce your risk of injury or that type of injury in car accidents.
Okay.
Don't ride in a car. Might be one way.
That'd probably be the most accurate way.
Yes, unfortunately.
We use our cars for a
if
little
you
bit.
need to get anywhere in America, you need a car.
Yeah. Or you run the risk of getting hit by another car.
Yeah.
So that's, that doesn't really help much. So, all right, well, let's talk some food. How
Let's
about
talk
that?
food. We love food.
All right, so Daniel Butner over at Carrabba's has had or is having a lot going on. This past weekend, he did the Food for the Oncology Hematology Prom. That's where the folks who have been too sick to get out in public, they finally have a chance to have their own social gathering. So that's a cool thing. This Saturday morning, he was on WFMY twice. There's a wine dinner coming on Tuesday. He's doing Food for the Dash game on Thursday, and this Friday, one of the coolest things that I've heard in a while, Carrabba's is feeding the highway crew at noon because of the hard work that they've done on getting what we used to know as Business 40 back open and letting downtown breathe again. The highway crew is going to be fed some fantastic food because Carrabba's is fantastic food. And Daniel is truly one of the coolest restaurant owners in town. So, Kaylin, you may be confused as to why I'm talking about a chain.
No, I've seen your posts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because even though they
we're
are a
talking
chain,
about Carrabba's because of Daniel Butner.
Yeah.
yeah, we're not talking about Carrabba's necessarily because of Carrabba's and because of his chain, but it's because Daniel Butner is just a badass and he's just cool.
How long has he been? He's head chef there, right?
No, he's the owner of
Oh.
that. He's a proprietario
Okay.
of that location.
How long has he owned that location?
A couple of years, right, Ray? He said a couple of years.
Well, just a couple of weeks ago, he was doing a fundraiser to help get money for backpacks for kids and school supplies.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I mean, it's just every time you turn around, he's doing something else for the community.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt that any other restaurant in our town has said, you know what, let's go feed those guys out here who've done an exceptional job converting Business 40.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we're about to, within the next couple of weeks, we're going to see 40 opened all the way up to Main Street now, coming from the east side.
Yeah. Yep.
That wasn't expected to happen until next year.
Right. Yeah, so everything's moving ahead of schedule. It helps that they have incentives to get done quicker, but incentives sometimes are a great theory, but you can't follow through on them. Whoever's doing this highway work is doing a great job of timeliness.
And for
Now-
Daniel to take a meal down there and just say thank you.
Well,
That's
I think they're
fantastic.
coming to him. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're coming
Oh, is
to...
it? Cool.
Yeah, because, Carrabba's doesn't open till 4, so they're feeding them at noon.
Nice.
So,
Oh.
Get him out of the heat for a little bit.
Yeah.
Come in and get a fantastic meal.
And you know another Butner in town, Sarah.
I do.
They're related, but like distantly. But both
Okay.
of them can trace their great something grandfather
the
back
same
to
person.
the Butners that started Winkler's Bakery and Butner's Hat Shop.
Mm.
So Daniel's great grandfather opened the bakery, and one of the original 6 to come from Bethabara
Okay.
to Salem.
And it was his uncle that started the hat shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. There's very few people that can trace their lineage all the way back to the literal founding of the city,
Yeah.
but he can. That's
Especially having the same last name.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
incidentally, he's a cousin of Will Kingery. And
That's
Will Kingery
funny.
actually has the same lineage all the way back, too.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. The hot dog tasting trolley tour is coming October the 5th. Man 5. Sharpen your taste buds traveling to legendary Triad hot dog locations aboard a refurbished trolley with fellow hot dog aficionados, complete with narration, tasting, and prizes at each location. You be the judge and benefactor of historical entrepreneurs catering to your every hot dog desire. Fun
historical entrepreneurs. Nice turn of a phrase there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Fun trolley stops on this excursion to include those among Kernersville and Winston-Salem. Typically think of Doss's or Kermit's, PB's, Pulliam's, the ones that are historically hot dog places in this town. The tour runs typically an hour and a half, but allow for up to 2 hours. Your favorite hot dog awaits you. $35 per person is the ticket. But again, that's the trolley ride, the stops, the tastings of the hot dogs, ice-free water on the trolley, and they're going to give away some prizes. If you have 3 in your party, you can get it for $30 per person. But if you also enter Man 5 for the Man Who Ate the Town in the checkout, you'll get an additional $5 off each ticket. And
That's an exclusive deal, by the way. You can't get that anywhere else. You must know about the Man Who Ate the Town.
that's right. Well, you can get it from Nikki Miller-Ka and Christy Meyer too, but do it with Man 5 because you like me better.
Yeah, we're not talking about them. We love them, but we're not talking about them. It's all about us.
That's right. It is all about us. So
Man
I'm
5.
hoping to be able to do the trolley ride, but I'm not sure now that I'm going to be able to because also on October 5th, I'll be a judge for the chili stew cook-off at BB&T Ballpark at the Big Sip, put on by Piedmont Local Magazine, 336 Events, Steve Shumai.
Yes, that's cool.
So,
You'd be a good judge for that.
well, thank you. I judged the wing tasting last night at our fantasy football draft.
And how did that go?
It was good wings. I liked them.
And who won? I mean, you're judging. Who won?
Without knowing whose was who, I picked Travis Myers, actually.
Nice.
I really didn't know which one was which. I just tasted it, and it was the best one.
I mean, if it's a competition, I'm assuming it's blind. So it's just, this is the type of wing.
Well, they fixed them. I was there, but I was preparing my team for my draft, or the list for the draft picks for my fantasy league. And they had me come over after they put them all out, and then I tasted them one by one, and it was Guz that won, but I didn't know anything about whose was who. There was a duck fat lemon pepper one that was really good.
Wow.
There was one that was kind of an Asian type. It was really like orangey.
Oh.
It was really good. There was one that was extra vinegary, which I did like. There was one that was just like a barbecue type wing, and these were the full wing too. The tip, the arm, and the wing itself. So, and like you find in the Asian restaurants, they have the big, the full piece. That's what this was. So, and lots of jalapeno poppers. I ate a shit ton of those. I think I ate about 15 of them.
Oh.
And cheese curds too.
Yeah, you may be paying for that on the backside before too long.
Nah, I've already spent my time paying homage to the porcelain god for that one. So I'll be judging alongside Michael Hastings, Brian Cole, and Kristen Dokas. And I will be judging those chili and stew offerings. Tickets are $60 for the full Monty. That's starting at 1 p.m., getting the food and beverage options. $30 tickets get you in at 3 o'clock and are really for the beverage tastings only because the food will be gone by then.
Oh, yeah. And some of the best beverages will be gone by then, too.
Yeah, I don't have a code, but we will be giving away tickets, the $30 variety, on the Man Who Ate the Town, the Less Desirables, and the Beer Dads.
Nice.
So yay for us. These will again be the $30 tickets, but winners will be able to upgrade on their own for $15.
Oh,
Nice.
So that's still $15 off the big ticket price.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's a deal. But
So
we
it
have to
pays to be part of the Less Desirable Network, whether as a listener or as a participant.
That's true. That's true. I'm not getting paid, but I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
You got some tickets. You got hooked up.
Hell yeah.
You're going to hook up your co-host, right?
Well, quite possibly.
Only some of his co-hosts. Yours may get lost in the mail.
Yeah.
No! I'll come to Winston for that. I'll drive for that. I will have driven for the beer that was sitting on the table that I get to look at but don't get to taste.
Aw.
Here's to you, friend.
Thank you. Oh, gosh, thank you. Just seeing it makes me so happy.
I need to pull this so you can see how dark and beautiful it is. Look at that.
Man, now that's my kind of beer, too.
Yes, I know.
Dark, full of flavor, and then aged in bourbon barrels.
Well, it's not our fault that God needed you up there.
It's not.
So
No, and it's good stuff has happened today. It's been a reason why I should be here. But still, that looks good.
Well, it is, and I'll keep drinking it in lieu of you having any. So,
While you tell us what else is going on in the food world.
well, there's not a whole lot going on really, but I do have some Burger Stop information. This is the last week of the official Summer of Burger tastings for my Summer of Burgers tour, which will end up with a top 10 probably burgers in Winston-Salem. So
To think that we're finally getting
Towards the
close
end.
enough where we'll actually get to know which is the best one in town.
yeah, and here's the thing about that. It might actually go longer than I said because there are a couple more I need to try. And I'm trying to get them in this week.
3 a week, right?
Yeah, and if people have recommended something, I want to be fair and get to them. So,
Well, you surprised me when you went to Moselle's because I didn't think of Moselle's as a burger place.
Chef Jay Pierce, though, he's so awesome. So I had to go there.
How many more are left?
I have about 4 or 5. So
Well, I mean, it's only Monday. You have time.
that's true, but and I'm getting a little reprieve from my rule for the last couple of weeks because I've got to fit these in. My rule, so you know, is that I'm only allowed to have 3 burgers a week.
Per doctor's orders.
First, it's funny when you're sitting in the doctor's office and he tells you he follows you on social media. so, yeah.
So popular, even my doctor listens.
Yeah. So I have to
But
be.
only for diagnostic purposes.
Oh no, he follows me purely for having some burgers. Are you? Yeah, Doc. I told him, I said, I suck, Doc. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. He said, been having some burgers, have you? Yeah. He says, I follow you on social media. I know how this goes. I said, oh, okay. But the BCPF, and on this show we don't call her that. And Stephanie made me promise that too. That I have to fill it with a lot of other green things, like Yamas, which I don't know that you've gotten a chance to try. Yeah, you got to try that.
Yamas.
It's Mediterranean street food. It's where Skippies was.
Okay.
It's a lot of green, but they also have proteins on there. It's just really good food. The same people who own Mama Zoe Michaels, Waldo's Wings, and Chin Chin
Okay.
own this as well. And it's fantastic food. And it's a lot of food for a moderate price. So
Okay.
Pomegranate braised lamb is amazing.
Now,
But so is the gyro meat and the chicken souvlaki and all the other.
now, is it like a dinner time place too?
it can be.
Okay, so it's not like Skippy's Hours. They have.
No,
okay.
no. This is full on,
Okay.
and you'd be
It's
surprised what they've
it's
done
time
with
to
the place.
eat, and I want good food place.
Yeah, they're open till 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yamas.
We say that
just
almost
said
every
it.
show. Yamas. So, back to the burger stops. Stephen McDowell, our street team member and lover of food, sponsored a burger at Thunder Road Grill in Midway, which still has a Winston-Salem address, but it's technically in Midway. I had their double cheeseburger, and it was delicious. It was probably the most symmetrically beautiful burger I've ever seen. It was literally straight up and down. It was like what you see when you like McDonald's commercials, or not Hardee's, because they have this fetish with dropping burgers and stuff, dropping food and letting it fall. I don't understand that at all. But when McDonald's, you're looking at those and those are perfect burgers. This was a perfect burger. And got a little insight on how they get that shine on the bun. And you would think it would be butter, but it's not. It's not snot. That's not what I said. You think it's
hope it's
water,
not
but
snot.
it's snot. No, it's sugar water. It's water with just a little bit of sugar, not enough to really change the taste. Spray it on there, put it in the broiler for 10 seconds or whatever until it crystallizes, and then it keeps a shine on the bun. And it does add a little sweetness, but it's not altering the flavor necessarily. So it was really good. A new friend named Stephen Gallo, whom I may produce some promotional materials for in the future, sponsored the cheesy Western burger from Cranky's.
Yeah, I remember seeing the picture for that. That looked really good.
And then I had one of the odder burgers that I've had. It was a hamburger grinder from West End Cafe that I embellished upon the recommendation of the general manager, John McLemore, who is an all-around great guy. So it's basically a grinder. So it's a sub roll, and they shape the hamburger patty in that. So you're getting like a burger and a half, really. And then have whatever you want on it. And I had, of course, no lettuce, but I put spinach on it. Mayo, no, not mayo, Thousand Island. They have a habanero jack cheese instead of like a jalapeno pepper jack. It was a habanero pepper jack, and provolone on top of that, and tomatoes and pickles, and it was really, really well seasoned. So I was really happy with that. And then Friday, I had the double burger from Chef Jay Pierce at Moselle's. All those great burgers. I'm sorry, I'm having a beer.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're having a beer and I'm not. Did I mention that?
You did.
Okay.
So for old time's sake, had to do the little with the jacket on. It's
Yeah.
not, it doesn't work either. Anyway, so I couldn't really rub that in your face. So sorry.
Yeah.
So it's all getting tougher and tougher to formulate this top 10 because there's a lot of great burgers in this town. This Friday, August the 30th, is when I'm going to do Zesto because I said I'm saving them for last.
Did you go to Sweet Potatoes?
I did not go to Sweet Potatoes.
They have a burger night.
Do they?
Yes.
What night is that?
Wednesdays, I believe. It's either Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Wednesday.
Just got another one added to
Yeah.
the list.
I can't do a Wednesday though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, unless you do lunch.
Oh, they had so it's all day.
Maybe. I'll look it up.
All right, you look that up.
This is also the memory of Caitlin who lived here like 2 years ago.
Right.
so-
Okay. Yeah. So, again, this Friday, August 30th, is when I'm going to Zesto. Officially, I am going at 11 a.m., and I want you, and that's collective you, to go with me. I'm trying to get a bunch of folks who love, or especially the ones that have never been there, to go and try it. You don't have to have a burger, as Ray pointed out on my Facebook post in a private group we're in.
There's nothing bad on the menu. If you go to Zesto's and you don't want a burger, you got plenty of choices, and man, they are good choices.
Oh yeah, they have chicken sandwiches. They have chicken Phillies. They have ribs.
The
You
ribs.
wouldn't think of well, they're not traditional fast food, but a non-traditional fast food place of having ribs, and these ribs are fantastic.
They fall off the bone, make you smack your grandmama ribs.
Yeah, I'm not
They're
going.
good.
I'm not going as far as making a Facebook event, but I would really like to see some of my listeners and readers and friends out there. Friday again, 11 o'clock. 26.
Now, I will say, you need to hang around for a little bit. I've got an 11:30 appointment, but I'll come as soon as I get done with that.
Okay.
So just hang around. Just, be willing to have second lunch.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I can handle that.
So it is Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you get there right at the start.
That's true. I could probably pull it off. I have to do my prep work ahead of time.
Is it worth it to get a sweet potatoes burger
I like
in
their burgers.
before the SOB tour ends?
I like their burgers. I've been to Burger Night more than once. So
Okay.
See, now your co-host is giving you a recommendation.
Yes.
I might
course,
be able to
every
come up with
recommendation
some more. You're
I've
going to be
thrown
eating
out, you were
burgers
already
until
on.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, I'll be okay with that too.
And Sweet Potatoes is closed next week, so because they shut down for like the Labor Day week. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm putting that on my list right now.
But yeah, prep beforehand. Go get a burger as soon as they open.
I didn't get a chance to add anything to the SOB tour list because you already had them all on the list by the time I came up with them.
So I'll give a rundown of where I have been, and we can go from there. Food Freaks, even it's a truck, but that was the first one I did.
Yeah, but where it is, it's not like really a truck anymore.
Yeah, well, but they don't have a restaurant anymore.
Oh, they
No,
don't?
it's just
They
a
shut
truck
it
now.
down?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That place is. Not only did they shut that place down, but the barbecue place who opened up the next after them closed down after 6 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just a horrible place for a location.
they were pretty popular though. I guess maybe after the hype died down, they weren't
Yeah.
so popular.
So I
Well,
did there.
they ran into the same problem everybody else did in that location. Is it's all outdoor seating, which is just crazy for a restaurant.
Yeah, it was not conducive to people who wanted to go there to eat.
I mean, it's one thing if your restaurant is in the Bahamas and, it's, swim up bar and dinner. Yeah. But in Winston-Salem, we actually have winter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Well, okay, so Food Freaks, and I had that was the Wild Mexi that I had from there. Then the bacon pimento burger from Macanelli's, the Brasstown beef burger from Willow's that I can't really count because it's not on the menu. It has to be available to everybody. This was made special for me, so I count that I had it, but I can't count it towards the thing.
Okay.
Campus Gas, Sir Winston, I had 2 burgers from there. North Point Grill, PB's Takeout, King's Crab Shack, Crafted, Earl's, Chin Chin, Allen's Dairy Treats over on Renolda Road, Boondoggies.
That one surprised me. When you put that one on the list, that one surprised me.
Why?
Just because of where it is and the place that it is. I mean, I recognize that's a classic place. It's been around forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, it's an old Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And they operate
caliber
like a Dairy
is-
Queen.
The physical location itself doesn't match up to like 99% of the other places you went.
No, this is true. I mean, you have to have shoes, as I was explained to me by Kate Reese, who does the Center for Private Business podcast with me. You have to have shoes that fully enclose your feet because you'd be like scuffling through grease and stuff. So, whatever. It was a decent burger, so we'll just go with that. I had 3 different burgers at Boondoggies in Yadkinville, but it was worth going to Yadkinville for that. And they also have a truck that's here during the weekend that hangs out over on Stratford and Clemensville Road. Then I had another one at Willow's that counted. Then Trade Street Diner, Canteen Market, Mooney's actually has a burger.
Yeah, it's the lamb burger.
Yeah, and Bad Daddy's, I went there, and it's a chain. I was invited, and I went.
North Carolina chain.
Yeah, it's based out of Charlotte, so we'll go with that. Zito's was a surprise. It's not a place you would think of for burger. Our friend Jeff Davids sponsored one from Small Batch. Went to the Social Southern Kitchen out in what I call the Dead Zone, out there, Robin Hood and Meadowlark.
Okay.
Out there where, huh?
Pufftown.
Yeah, almost in Poptown.
Town.
Yeah. Social Southern Kitchen, that's what I said. Finnegan's Wake. I tried the Blarney Burger. And I will say that I was surprised how much I missed that burger.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you never had the Blarney?
Oh, I had,
burger?
yeah. But
Of
you
all
know,
the things you've eaten in this town,
oh, I've had almost everything on the menu at Finnegan's, yes. Even had, they don't have it anymore, but I did have a menu item on that menu. Thunder
the
Road.
green burger.
Yeah, no more green burger. It's gone. It's sad.
I thought it was popular.
That's what they said, but it's not anymore, I guess. It's gone. Then the Thunder Road Grill, Cranky's, West End Cafe, Moselle's, and Catherine as of today. So,
Now, is First Street Draft House still?
they're gone.
Oh.
Yep, closed down. Then there was another place called Uncle Buzzy's that the guy from Burke Street Pizza and Quiet Pie opened.
Okay.
I thought I had the burger at Quiet Pie. I don't have it listed on here. I have to go back and look at my pictures.
You did have Quiet Pine Burger.
Did I?
We talked about it. I remember the Quiet Pine.
Why is it not on this list?
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I can
Someone
go back.
forgot to hit save.
Well, it's a
vast
Google Doc.
right-wing
So
conspiracy to overload the boat and unduly elect the improper burger.
let's see.
I'm trying to think if there's any place I know of on that list that you missed. I mean,
Did
we
you
know
go
you
to
missed
Cafe
sweet
Arthur's?
potatoes.
Arthur's?
Yeah.
No. No. I think I've had that before. And
I will say, I like Cafe Arthur's burger, but based on the pictures that I've seen of all the other places you've been, I don't know that it matches. I don't think it measures quite up to that level.
Does Mary's do a brunch burger?
Maybe, but
Like that's actually on their menu, not like as a special. Because you mentioned that it has to.
yeah,
be.
it has to be available all the
Yeah.
time. I'm not sure.
Because I know there's a place around here I've done brunch burgers before.
And I'm not
That
going.
wasn't Finnegan's.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Midtown Cafe either. They made me mad. They took the only thing that I really like to eat there off the menu after it being there since the 90s. And I'm like, all right, let's heck with that one.
What about 5 Points?
5 Points is gone. It's now a barbecue place. It's Little Richard's Bar and Q.
Oh wow, wow! 2 years does change.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot has changed.
Oh.
A lot has changed. Like, you haven't been to Yamas yet. Have we mentioned Yamas?
Yes,
we-
you've mentioned Yamas multiple times.
Well, you should go to Yamas. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see the quiet thing on here. I don't know. I have to go back and look.
Did you know that Hutch and Harris closed?
I did hear about that.
Now that was kind of news.
Yeah.
That was big news. Yeah.
Well, because didn't they technically close twice?
Mm-hmm.
They closed the sidebar and then they closed.
Well, they closed the dining room.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They closed the dining room and kept the sidebar, and then they closed the sidebar.
Yeah. Within, and we had that big discussion. It was due to unforeseen circumstances. We are closing the dining room, but the sidebar is open, and they're closing it at the end of the month. And then they announced they weren't coming back. So there's plenty of thoughts and reasons why that we won't get into on this show, but
Because we have.
because we have, yeah. But
That was an old podcast.
well, it's just
Well, I'm friends with Carol Leggett on Facebook, and he posts.
way more than he should.
Yeah, but it's all like food based. So
Yeah. He
He
I like
posts from
Carol.
his own kitchen.
I
It's
like
really cool.
I like Carol, but he doesn't know when to not post, which is another reason why a lot of the restaurants around here like to tell me things, because until they say publish that, it's all quiet.
yeah,
I have a lot of news that I could just be blabbering my mouth about, but that wouldn't do me any good, and
No.
it certainly wouldn't do the establishments any
not
good.
at all.
So
And it would damage your relationships, and
Yeah.
you're about the relationship.
that's absolutely right. That's the most important part to me. So
I know
Anyway.
that about you.
yeah, I'm really big on my relationships and my the reputation that I've built in this town. It took me a while to do it. So
I was going to say integrity, but you're right. It's exactly what you said.
I want to recommend more places, but at this point,
yeah,
I'm afraid I have the curse of recommendations.
yeah, no, it's not here anymore. Well, how about no, it's not there anymore either. Before you even say it, it's not there.
The filling station.
Yeah, I guess I could do there. I need to
Yeah.
do Jeffrey Adams too.
Oh, you haven't done Jeffrey Adams? I mean, granted, when I go to Jeffrey Adams, I get steak. I don't really go there for burgers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not thinking, oh, burgers, Jeffrey Adams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm thinking, I want a really nice meal. Ooh, Jeffrey Adams.
yeah. They also have granted, this isn't even burgers either, but they have a seafood risotto that is also very excellent. If you're a seafood person and a risotto person, it's like
yeah.
the best of both worlds for you.
Well, I like also the smoked Gouda mac and cheese is always good
Oh,
too.
of course.
Well, let's do some food holidays. How about that?
Let's.
Today is the 26th of August, and it is National Cherry Popsicle Day.
Okay.
Cherry
Okay.
gets a little love on this list twice today. Also in 1966 on this date, Gorton Corporation began using Gorton's of Gloucester, that's it. Gloucester trademark for frozen seafood. So it was Gorton's, I guess that's the one with the yellow raincoat, right? Ray?
Hi.
Hi.
Is that your way of saying you have no idea?
That's why I think he was locked up.
Yeah, you
Oh.
got locked up for a second there. I couldn't hear what y'all were saying.
So, Gorton's of Gloucester, is that the one with the yellow raincoat?
You're asking me that question?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
In 2000, I don't either. In 2014, Burger King announced its purchase of Tim Hortons, a Canadian coffee and donut chain, and all of the Great White North side because it's Burger King.
Yeah. And I will say, Tim Hortons is pretty cool.
Well,
The coffee is really good. The pastries are really good. And it's a big deal up north.
right. But what I'm saying is, then they got bought out by Burger King.
What is your definition of up north?
Above the Mason-Dixon line?
Oh, okay.
Does that count you? You're below, aren't you?
I am below, but everyone describes Maryland as south adjacent. They're not really south. They're not really north.
Yeah,
kinda-
that's how West Virginia.
Yeah, but like Jersey's definitely
North.
north, and
Oh, yeah.
there are no Tim Hortons. in
No, so this
Jersey.
is a Canadian thing.
Oh, okay.
The Tim Hortons are Canadian.
So it's
No, there were
Midwest
some in-
north.
Some in
So
Buffalo
north-
when I went there.
Or North Mid or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Buffalo, but Buffalo's essentially Canada.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're right there at Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump across the border from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So yeah, I've had it there and was really impressed, especially with the coffee.
The 27th of August is Banana Lovers Day. Are you a banana lover?
I really like bananas. I don't know that I would cross all the way over into lover status.
I concur.
Yeah. I'm indifferent. I'm more of a banana indifferent kind of person. Maybe I'm banana adjacent.
Though I feel like the way I like bananas is not by themselves.
You like them with things.
Yeah. So strawberry and banana, chocolate and banana, banana
Peanut
pudding,
butter and banana.
Peanut butter and banana.
Like, yeah, peanut butter and banana, but just by itself, not so much.
Yeah, to me, bananas have what I call a backwards flavor profile. What I mean by that is you bite into it and the flavor almost just disappears. And banana flavored things are always not, they're dull.
Yeah, I can't do artificial banana flavor.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah.
that bright yellow is just not real.
Piece, yeah. Yeah, it looks like that slicker on the
Yeah.
Gorton's seafood package.
Yeah. and the banana chips, no thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, those are
the
weird.
dehydrated ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work.
But they also sometimes come with like all the other random vegetable chips that aren't potato that are just also kind of gross.
Yeah.
My wife eats
Yeah.
the crap out of that.
Like,
But no.
no one wants radish potatoes. Like,
No.
or radish chips. Why are we making that a thing?
Yeah, no.
No, thank you. I'm right with you on that. No. But now bananas with peanut butter and some honey and a sprinkle of grape nuts on a sandwich. Yeah.
Or bacon. Just do the fat Elvis.
Yeah.
Okay. I've not done it with the bacon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's called the fat Elvis when you add
The
the
fat
bacon.
Elvis. Okay. I'll have to try the fat Elvis. I think we have some bananas right now.
Give me a big old manner sandwich. All right. It's also the 27th is also National Pot de Crème Day. Pot de crème is a loose French dessert custard dating back to the 17th century. The name means pot of custard or pot of cream, which also refers to the porcelain cups in which the dessert is served. It usually is looser than other custards, flans, or creme caramel. So,
I'm sorry, you just keep saying looser.
yeah. It's
Yes, the
not as,
prepubescent teen in me is now coming out going, you said loser.
Well, I admit that I thought that when I was typing it as well.
Yeah, see?
In 1940, on the 27th, and getting away from your perviness, Nestle registered the trademark for Toll House for chocolate chip cookies. And
Yes.
in 1950, by executive order of President Harry S. Truman, U.S. railroads were seized by the Army at 4 p.m. to avert a strike. Control was restored on May 23rd, 1952, that's 2 years, when railroad owners and unions agreed to the administration's terms. So they basically took the private industry hostage to get their way, as the government tends to do. Not to get political, it's just the way it is. The 28th is National Cherry Turnover Day.
Ooh,
You like those?
I do.
You like those?
They're
Ray?
okay. I'm not the super fan of cherries. Now, my wife absolutely loves all things cherry.
Why does your second food guy not like food? I'm very confused.
I love food.
He does.
Not a big fan of cherries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cherries. And what else?
Okay.
He's
If
a
I
big
get a
chocolate
piece of
guy.
cherry
He
pie,
loves
I'm gonna
he
eat
loves anything chocolate.
Yes.
But a turnover is like a pie that you can use your hands, and so it's portable. It's portable.
It's got a
pie.
handle. It's a pie with a handle.
Now, I will say for a turnover, well, there's the chocolate turnovers that are really good. I love those. And the apple ones are really good, especially when they have chocolate on them. But cherry, there's a little more of the sour in cherry that I'm just not a big fan of. So, I'm not, if you made them and you said, here, eat this, it's gone. And I will enjoy it.
I told you about the grilled cheese that we made, right? At home. That was the balsamic braised black cherries with brie and dark chocolate and bacon all in this grilled cheese sandwich. That was fantastic.
That I would eat
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Of course, it did have chocolate in it.
Yeah, that helps. On the 28th in 1798, the first American vineyard was planted in, you guessed it, Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, I didn't guess that.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
And to think it's only that far back. I would have thought it would have gone back even further.
Well,
Like in the 1400s or the 1500s, we had the first vineyard. But
well, those people were all prudes and purists and all the Puritans and all that crap. So no one did anything that was remotely, fun. So we couldn't have done that back then.
Yeah, they fled because
Yeah, they wanted to be able to not to have fun. How dare you want us to have fun?
we will not have fun, and we like it that way.
So, also in 1837, John Lee and William Perrins of Worcester, England, began manufacturing Worcestershire sauce.
Would it be under the Lee and Barron's brand?
Yes, it would be Lee and Perrins. That's the original Worcestershire sauce.
Cool.
I'm usually not one to have trouble saying that, but whenever I'm looking at it the way it's here, I have trouble saying it. But it's Worcestershire is the proper way of saying it, because it's like Worcester, Massachusetts, or Worcester, England, Worcestershire, or Worcestershire. On the 28th in 1898, at his pharmacy in New Bern, North Carolina, Caleb D. Bradham renames his new soft drink from Brad's Drink, that's what his customers were calling it, to Pepsi Cola.
Oh, I wondered when you said New Bern. I'm like, wait a minute, that's North Carolina.
Yep.
So it was Brad's Drink before it was Pepsi.
Yeah, because the guy's last name was Bradham, Bradham. So,
Yeah, I mean, would it be the same today if we had said, hey, give me a Bradham?
probably not.
Yeah. Would there be this giant war between Coke and Bradham? Probably not.
No. It was because the pepsin, right? Was that what the main ingredient was? Pepsin? And they,
I don't even know what pepsin is.
yeah,
I've never heard of pepsin.
Pepsin definition. Let's look. It's a chief digestive enzyme in the stomach which breaks down proteins into polypeptides. Is that how you say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's because just like Coca-Cola, it was meant to be a digestive aid that people just started drinking for the hell of it. And
Not a delivery system for more sugar.
well, at the time, you know, Coca-Cola was made with cocaine.
Yeah. It was a delivery system for your cocaine.
Yeah, yeah.
And they sweetened it a little bit so that you.
So you didn't taste the cocaine.
I don't know why I can't get off of these things. I gotta have another one. I gotta have another one. Don't know why.
Those,
So I can work longer.
Though there have been studies that show that like sugar kind of stimulates your brain similarly to cocaine. So I'm really curious about the
The
cocaine Coca-Cola. I
the
want to know
double
what
dose.
happens to your brain.
Yeah.
Purely for scientific purposes, of
This
course.
is your brain on coke. A cola. The 29th of August is More Herbs, Less Salt Day. I can get behind that. I'm okay with that. It's
It would
also
be better for our hearts if we did more herbs than salt.
and it's also National Lemon Juice Day.
Lemon juice is such a good cooking agent.
It is, but why does it need a day? I just don't understand. It's
You
also
know,
go ahead.
For the same reason that we need a day for cherry turnovers, really?
That's all these are valid points, which is why we go over them, because as I say at the end, it gives us reasons to doubt humanity. It's actually the 29th is also National Chop Suey Day, because in 1896, I didn't know it was that far back. Supposedly, the Chinese American dish chop suey was created in New York City by the Cantonese chef of Chinese ambassador Li Hong Chang. So I didn't realize it was that old.
You know, I don't know that I've ever had chop suey.
I don't know that I have either.
I've had all sorts of Chinese dishes, but I don't know that I've ever had
I used
chop
to
suey.
watch Hong Kong Fooey.
Oh,
not chop
yeah, no,
suey.
that's a little different. You didn't eat that.
No.
Caitlin, have you had chop suey?
I don't know.
Maybe that's our homework assignment for this
Eat
week.
chop suey.
Go have some chop suey and then report back.
What's the date again for it? We should eat it on that day.
It is the 29th,
Oh, okay.
which
We
is
could go to Pangu and
Thursday.
have some
Thursday.
chop suey.
Pangu is gone, my friend.
Did it happen?
It happened. It's gone. Another restaurant has come and gone. It was authentic northern Chinese food, and it was in Advance, and no one
Oh,
goes to
well,
Advance to
yeah.
eat. So
Or
Man, they missed out. The food there was just phenomenal.
it was really good. Chop suey is a Chinese dish of meat stewed and fried with bean sprouts, bamboo shoots, and onions, and served with rice.
That sounds good.
It does. I don't know about the bean sprouts. I can do without that.
You know,
but,
it's
you
an
need
Oriental
more
thing.
vegetables.
Yeah, but I can get vegetables the other way. Put some peas in there, or snap peas, or something like that.
Maybe we can have the fall of chop suey tour.
I mean, that would be like 2 places.
Yeah.
It's a quick tour. We'll do it over the weekend.
Hell, we can have it in one day, because with Chinese food, you'll be hungry at the end of 3 hours later.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the other place now. The 30th of August is National Toasted Marshmallow Day.
That seems a little early.
I would say be better in October.
Yeah. Or even
It's a
late
little cold.
September.
You need it where you can have an actual fire.
Yeah.
But I don't like toasted marshmallows. As I've said, I like marshmallows, but I don't like them toasted. I've never understood that.
It makes them all gooey.
And you see how many different layers you can peel off of your marshmallow.
And then you slam some chocolate in there, and it's just.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, let me tell you some more that I don't like. That's,
It's more of what?
s'more. What was that from? Was it The Sandlot?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's
some more
more-
stuff you don't like is asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus sucks. Indeed.
Even though I did get to watch you eat a piece, that was amusing.
That is the one vegetable Matt actually likes to eat.
Really?
Yeah.
If it's done right, I mean, if it's not just boiled to the point where it's meat.
But yeah, no, he likes it like baked in oil and salt and pepper, and yeah.
Roast those puppies. They're good that way. We did some with some salmon in a foil pack with some lemon.
It's mediocre at best, and then I can't live with myself for the next couple of days when I go to the bathroom. That
It takes
pizza.
that long. You need to drink more water.
In addition to my beer, I am drinking. More.
Yeah, the beer
gonna
is
say,
empty.
save
The
the
water
beer.
is like.
No, I've still got a little bit of beer.
Save your beer for your co-host and just drink more water. That'll be fun for you.
Nah.
I knew that was coming.
In 1939, on the 30th of August, the first Wheaties commercial live appeared when host Red Barber promoted it during a Brooklyn Dodgers game. Later, the Dodgers did a promotion dressed in street clothes saying, "Yum, yum stuff."
Yum yum stuff.
Yeah,
Better eat your Wheaties.
that's stupid, but I didn't realize that Wheaties was that far back.
Yeah. They've been around for a while.
Well, then again, you know, we talk about Kellogg's a lot on this show, and they were late 1800s, so that doesn't, now that I'm thinking about it, that doesn't make, it does not make sense. So it does make
surprise
sense.
you as much as you thought it did.
That's right. Now that I think about it, I'll just retract that whole statement. On the 31st, it's International Bacon Day, a day that I can get behind fully, 100%.
Yes! Every day should be International Bacon Day.
It is International Bacon Day every day. It's the Saturday before Labor Day every year. So this year it's the 31st.
Wow. You know, we could have like the International House, not of pancakes, but of bacon. Mm-hmm. All go and pay homage on a daily basis.
We should just get all different kinds of bacon. You know, because you have the pork belly, you have the shoulder bacon, you have the bacon that you get in the store, you get the Canadian bacon, which is really just ham. Come on, and but you know the jowl, hog jowl is awesome. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. You know, pork rinds if they're done right, scratchings as they call them, cracklings.
Not a pork
So,
rinds person.
are we going to, we're replacing the Fall of Chop Suey tour with the Fall of Bacon tour?
The fall of all things pork.
I mean, you'd need. Oh, you'd have to eat pork every day.
Yeah. But pork is the other white meat.
Yes, yeah. So therefore, it's healthy for you, and your doctor won't mind that at all.
That's right, and I'm
He'll
not
encourage.
Jewish, so it doesn't matter. So we can have as much as we want.
Bacon Day. And remind us again, that was Saturday.
It's Saturday, the 31st.
Saturday's Bacon Day. Go buy pounds and cook it.
It's also, to offset that, it's National Trail Mix Day. I don't know what
Yeah,
this
I'm
means.
sorry, but the two don't match.
No, and I figure this is something that you would understand more, Ray, but it's Grape Blessing Day.
Grape Blessing Day.
Yeah, it must have something to do with blessing the harvest or something.
I would imagine. Yeah, but that seems early that you would be blessing a grape harvest in August.
Was that when they plant?
No, it's
No,
when they
but
should. I mean, they shouldn't be harvesting quite yet, but I would think it would be more like September or October.
I guess maybe they're blessing that it survives till when they need to harvest it. Please last one more month.
Please last. Now, I did see some grapes on the vine this past weekend, and they were getting closer to ripe. So maybe I'm wrong.
Okay,
It's
so
not like I've owned a vineyard before. I mean, I've grown corn, but that's not
so
grape.
it's Blessed Grape Day. So the locals in Armenia say that blessed grape is tastier. Great Blessing Day is a national tradition. It's one of the 5 main holidays of Armenian Apostolic Church. This Christian holiday is dedicated to the Assumption of Mary.
Okay.
So it was a religious thing, as I originally thought. What is the Assumption of Mary? I thought when you assume something, you make an ass out of you and me.
You do. You do. I mean, not anybody else, but you do for sure. You know,
I don't need to assume to make an ass out of me.
I don't know, but I did do a quick search, and it says the Assumption of Mary into heaven is, according to the beliefs of the Catholic Church, the bodily taking up of the Virgin Mary into heaven at the end of her earthly life.
Is that what supposedly happened with Jesus too?
Yes. Now, the Bible talks about Jesus being, taken back
Assumpted?
to heaven. We don't hear anything about Mary ascending. So
I thought she was still alive. I thought I saw her at Taco Bell last week.
And not in your grilled cheese sandwich.
No, not in my grilled cheese sandwich. I thought she had a little bit of, sour cream on the side of her mouth or something. I don't know. But
careful. Some people will not take kindly to that.
It's also National Eat Outside Day.
Not eat out, just eat outside.
Eat outside, picnic time, right?
Why don't they just call it national?
I don't know.
Because what if you went to a restaurant that has an outdoor patio? Then you could just be eating outside. But it's not a picnic.
That sounds like it.
Caitlin's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
That's kind of a dumb one.
Yeah. Now, I will say, if you're going to eat outside in Winston-Salem, one of my favorite places is the filling station. Their outdoor patio is just... That's my 2 cents.
Willows has a good, the outside spot is pretty good.
Yeah.
Moselle's outside.
I've not eaten outside at Willows.
I haven't either because I'm always at the bar.
I was going to say, you're always taking pictures and drinking.
Yeah, but the...
Maybe not in that order.
Yeah. Moselle's is good outside. Local 27101 is actually pretty good to eat outside.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Did you do the burger there?
I've had it. It's okay.
It
At some point,
rise
with
to the level.
being at the summer of burger, and especially with holding off at 3 a week, there's just going to be some that I'm not going to get to. But
Did you get to Foothills? Foothills has multiple.
yeah, I have eaten their burgers, but I didn't have it on this tour.
It might have to be the Year of Burgers tour.
6th and Vine. They should have a burger on their menu.
They do.
I don't know if Springhouse does or not.
Oh, they do.
You could do
It's probably Wagyu beef or something.
the most expensive burger.
That would probably be them or Ryan's. Ryan's would probably be
Yeah.
up there.
Or maybe Butcher and Bull. Who knows?
Maybe. Butcher and Bull, that's a good place to go.
Okay.
At what used to be Gray's in the Marriott. They've redone the menu and
Okay.
fixed it up inside. It's not.
Now, is it the same? I'm assuming the Marriott still owns the restaurant, right? They just rebranded their own restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chef Richard Miller's still the chef.
Well,
So-
it felt like it was a little more than just a rebranding. It was a complete re-imaging.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
restaurant.
Everything was redone.
Everything changed, except the executive shop.
Yeah. On the 31st in 1836, African-American inventor Henry Blair of Maryland received a patent for a cotton seed planter. And in 2007, a bull escaped at the Minnesota State Fair. The bull rammed into a fire hydrant across from the all-you-can-drink milk booth and fell dead right next to the hydrant.
Wow.
I wonder if
Amazing
it was
that little-
red.
That little piece of trivia has lasted this long. What year was that?
2007.
I thought it was further back. Okay.
Oh, no.
Still 12 years later, we're still talking about the Dead Bull.
Yeah. Not Red Bull, but Dead Bull.
Dead Bull, yeah.
This
drink doesn't give you wings.
No, it kills your bull.
What would have been funnier is if he had been part of a Red Bull commercial or promotion.
Yeah.
Did not get wings.
It did not get wings.
You got different kind of angelic wings.
Then the 1st of September is traditional oyster season. That's when it begins, because traditional oyster season is all months that begin with or end with an R. However, that's pretty much nonsensical now because most of the oysters we get are farmed, so they can be in season at all times. But the ones that come from the ocean are the ones that begin with or end with R.
So there's the traditional season, and then there's the progressive season of oysters.
Yes, there's the autumn of its life. It's also, here's another one, a cherry popover day. So what's the difference between a turnover and a popover?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on, Caitlin, you're supposed to come in with this knowledge. You should know.
That's outside of my wheelhouse.
That's the only reason we invited you back today. It wasn't the beer or just to meet you and see you again. It was, you got another difference between a turnover and a popover.
Okay. The difference between turnover and popover is that turnover is the act or result of overturning something, an upset, while popover or an upset, while popover is a light hollow muffin resembling an individual Yorkshire pudding. Okay.
Okay, well, that really helped clarify a lot.
Yeah, it did nothing for me, actually. I'm either more confused or less interested in the whole thing at this point.
You're right, there's 3 cherries this week.
Yeah. It's also National Euro Day.
And a really good place to get a euro?
Yamas. Yep. In 1859, the first Pullman sleeper railroad cars were put into service on the Chicago and Alton Railroad.
Have you ever slept on a train while it's going somewhere?
I have nodded off on a train in Europe.
Yeah,
But
I've never gotten a sleeper car and actually slept on a train.
Have you?
I've done it. Let me tell you, it is almost impossible to sleep when it's like every 10 miles it's pulling over for the next stop and all the lights come in the window and the horn. Yeah. Trying to sleep on a train was very difficult and unfulfilling.
I can understand. In 1910, on the 1st of September, is Heinz tomato soup went on sale for the first time in the UK. I don't know why that's newsworthy, but it was on the news, or on the thing that I read. So there it is.
Well, because Heinz wants you to remember.
This is true.
They
Heinz
do
does
more
want-
than just ketchup
Yeah,
and mayo chip.
mayo chip. Yeah, or 57.
Yep.
Yeah, 57.
57 varieties.
Now, we will not have a podcast next week because it's Labor Day. However, I do want to say that the 2nd of September is, this year, the 5th anniversary of Stephanie and me getting married. And
Wait, you're married?
we are, yes. We got married. I forgot about that joke. Yes.
Congratulations.
Happy
Well, thank you.
anniversary.
Thank you. So,
The BCPF.
that's right, the BCPF.
So
Or-
what is 5 years?
A miracle? I don't know.
Well, apparently after 10 years, the gift, you're supposed to give them something with tin. Apparently that's
So the
a
5th
thing.
anniversary gift is wood, it looks like.
Yeah.
For 5, it's traditional to gift something with wood, which symbolizes the strength and durability of the marriage. As a more modern spin, silverware has also been used to honor the 5th wedding anniversaries.
You know, some of those anniversaries, you got to wonder why. Why did somebody do that? Because, you know, next year it's iron. Oh, now there's a sexy gift right there. Give me some iron, baby. And that's not taking the cast iron skillet up against the head.
So, you know, for the first anniversary, because it's paper, I just tore out a piece of notebook paper and gave it to her. Happy anniversary. That's
And then
not.
did she
That's
take a
actually
roll
not
up
what I
newspaper
did.
and smack you with
Yeah,
it?
yeah, she wadded it up and threw it in my face. That's actually not what happened, but it was funny.
It makes a good story.
Yeah, it does. It certainly does. So that's the food, holidays, and history for this week. Special thanks to James Ealer at foodreference.com for making us chuckle, roll our eyes, and question humanity for the stupid choices that we all make. The Man Who Ate the Town podcast is part of the Less Desirables podcast network. Along with this podcast, you can listen to the Less Desirables, the Beer Dads, Fan Interference, Apartment 5B, and Beeswax Vinyl, and more. You can find all these podcasts and their latest episodes on our network website and directory, tldpodnetwork.com. You'll also find social media links for each there as well. And we'd greatly appreciate if you visited our sponsors, Washington Perk and Provision Company. The Perk is located at 301 West 4th Street. You'll find a little bit of everything there at the Perk. Local fruits and veggies, meat and dairy from local sources, Papa Doc's Bionic Tonic, Bingo Bango sodas made here in Winston-Salem, made here in this building coming soon, Wolfie's Custard, and more. Washington Perk is better than a convenience store, not quite a grocery store. On Facebook, they are Washington Perk, or on Instagram, they are Washington Perk _DTWS.
That stands for downtown Winston-Salem, doesn't it?
It
Yes.
does. It does. The Humblebee shop is located 1003 Brookstown Avenue in the west end of downtown. You need to go to Instagram right now and look up the Humblebee shop. That's with 2 P's and an E. Brittany is whipping up the batter on some delicious desserts, cakes, and muffins, be it regular, vegan, or gluten-free. The Humblebee shop wants to challenge your perception of scratch made and leave you with an experience you couldn't possibly forget. For more information, follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or visit thehumblebeeshop.co.
SHOPPE.co.
That's right. Kayla, I'm glad you were down here with us, and
Yeah.
I hope that your defense goes swimmingly well on Wednesday. I
just
hate
sounds
that.
funny.
I hate
like
that
going to
you're going to
court.
be here in
Hope your
town on
defense goes
Wednesday
well.
and not be able to
I
be
know.
with us.
It's very sad.
But you know, we'll hope to have you back in February when
Yes.
when we celebrate the Big 10 anniversary.
Yes.
And thank you so much for the beer. I'm
No
looking
problem.
for. I think what we're going to do with this, if it's okay with you, is put it in the fridge,
Yeah.
and we're going to share it throughout some
No,
beer
we
dads.
need to drink it all right now before I leave.
Okay, Ray,
because-
gotta go now. See ya.
All right, I'm coming. I'll be there in 30 minutes.
All right, we might have one left. So, but and we're going to share it through the beer dads, because you know Danielle brings us something
You guys
delicious
can all
every week.
fight over the Guinness anniversary beer.
We'll probably just split it 3 ways.
Yeah, you can do a Maryland taste test.
That's what we will do. We certainly will.
No, you might save it for another go.
Well, maybe you have to be a beer dad next Monday and just come down here.
Yeah, but, you know, you'd think that at some point I might have been thought of as a beer dad, but no, I'm just part of the Man Who Ate the Town podcast. Just I'm inside my little.
And
my
is
little
that
room
not
here.
good enough?
Oh, it's amazing. But you know, I would have
Until
thought that
there's
maybe
Maryland beer, and then
maybe I would be invited deeper into the inner sanctum. But no, I'm still in the outer court.
Well, we'll see what we can do, because you know I have connections. I know the owner of that.
You do?
I do. I've seen him
I heard
naked.
he's hard to get in touch with.
Nah, he's not. He talks to himself all the time.
Well, yeah, there is that.
All right. Well, again, Caitlin, thank you so very much. And Ray, thank you for calling in. Keep an eye on the blog and this podcast to find out more about the food news and happenings around town. If you have any food news, if you're into the emailing thing, send it to Tim at themanwhoatethetown.com, or just go to the instant messengers on Facebook, Instagram, or even Twitter. Like us on Facebook. We are the Man Who Ate the Town podcast, or blog and podcast. On Twitter, we are Man Who Ate the Town. On Instagram, we are Man Who Ate the Town. My name is Tim.
My name's Ray.
I'm Caitlin.
And we are closing the recipe box. Until next time, thank you for reading and thank you for listening. Bon appetit. The views and opinions stated by me or any of my guests are solely those of ours and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of our hosting companies, distributors, enemies, friends, or relatives. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced or distributed without express written consent of the Man Who Ate the Town, that's me, and Such Limited Inc. However, if you ask nicely, we'll probably let you.